Hi, I'm Joe Alagna, one of the authors of the book How to Get Your Own Top-Level Domain. I want to clarify that I'm not a lawyer and nothing I share in my videos should be considered legal advice. These are my personal views and opinions, not those of ICANN, my company, or any organization I'm affiliated with. If you're considering applying for a new gTLD, you should always do your own due diligence, review ICANN's official documentation, and seek professional, legal, or business advice before making decisions. In the 2026 round of gTLDs, can there be refunds? Since publishing my book, How to Get Your Own Top-Level Domain, I've had a lot of conversations about ICANN's upcoming 2026 round of new gTLDs. And one of the most common questions I hear is this: if you apply and then you change your mind, can you get your money back? The short answer is the refund rules for 2026 aren't final yet. But if we look at what happened in 2012 and then compare it to the draft rules for 2026, we can see where things are headed. So let's look at how refunds worked in 2012. Back in 2012, the application fee was $185,000. That included a $5,000 non-refundable deposit and a much larger $180,000 evaluation fee. That bigger fee was refundable, but only depending on when you withdrew. If you pulled out before ICANN published the list of all applied for TLDs, what they called the reveal day, you could get almost the entire fee back. If you withdrew after the reveal day, but before evaluations began, you still could get part of it back, but less. And the later you waited, for example, after evaluations were underway, the refund dropped even further. And once you signed a registry agreement, there were no refunds at all. If I recall, there was a special resolution from the board that let some applications get a full refund of the evaluation fee minus the $5,000 deposit if they withdrew before the reveal. Anyway, the big lesson from 2012 was this: the earlier you withdrew, the more you got back; the later you waited, the less you saw. And once the deal was signed, the money was gone. So what about refunds in 2026? Let's fast forward to today. Now remember, ICANN has not published the final refund rules yet, but the draft guidebook gives us an idea or a picture of what they're planning to do. This time the application fee is higher. It's about $227,000. And refunds are much less generous. Instead of being able to get nearly all of it back if you withdraw early, the draft rules set up 3 refund windows. The first window, if you withdraw right after paying, up to 10 days until after string confirmation day, then you get 65% back. String confirmation is kind of like review was in 2012. The second window is if you withdraw later in the evaluation process, it drops to only 35%. And then the third window, if you wait even longer, you only get 20% back. And then, of course, once you've signed a registry agreement, there are no refunds. Of course, you will have the TLD at that point. Now, there are a couple of exceptions where you might be able to see more. If ICANN makes a big rule change that impacts your application, they've built in something they call a material change clause, where you could qualify for a larger refund. If your string gets flagged as a high-risk collision with existing internet names, you can withdraw and still get 65% back, even if you're outside the first window. And in rare cases, like if your string conflicts with a country code domain in another process, you might even qualify for a full refund. But those are special situations. The reality is refunds in 2026 are much stricter than they were in 2012. ICANN wants to discourage speculative applications. And the expectation is that if you apply, you're serious, and if you back out, you'll only see part of your money come back. The takeaway: if you're thinking about applying in 2026, remember this: the refund safety net is not what it used to be. In 2012, you had more breathing room to change your mind. In 2026, you'll need to be much more confident up front, because once you commit, most of that fee is staying with ICANN. Thanks for listening. I appreciate you taking the time. Thanks for spending your time with me today. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe for more on domain names, new gTLDs, marketing, and business strategy. The world of digital identity is changing fast, and I'd love to help you stay ahead. Don't forget to like, leave a comment, and share this with somebody building their digital brand. I'm Joe Alagna, and I'll see you on your next domain name journey.